Hello friends, this is Jovanka from JovankaCiares.com. For those of you who don't know me, I am an herbalist, a wellness coach, and author, and I've been working with plant medicine for the last 6.5, 7 years at this point. So I wanted to come here after hearing from many of you asking me for advice, for tips on how to stay healthy, on how to use things that you might have at home to help your body remain healthy, or if you happen to have certain symptoms, actually help yourself nourish and nurture yourself back to health. So I've decided that I'm going to come here every single Tuesday and Thursday until the coronavirus crisis finally goes away, offering different tips for your benefit and as a way of being of service, and of course as a way to keep him busy while you're self-quarantining at home. So today we're going to learn how to make hand sanitizer at home using 4 or 5 ingredients that you most likely have at home. There might be one that you might not have, but it should be relatively easy for you to find in markets or pharmacies or order online. Now, super important to know that this particular recipe with these ingredients are the ones that the World Health Organization is recommending if you have to make it at home. And so we're using the same guidelines that the World Health Organization is recommending. But also super important for all of us to remember, this is not a way to replace the recommendations that the governments of the world are actually telling us to do. We still have to practice some self-isolation. We still have to do social distancing when we're outside. We have to stay away from each other, maybe up to 6 feet. We have to use hand sanitizer. We still have to wash our hands. All that stuff is still super important. But if you have to go outside and you don't have hand sanitizer, you don't have anything, what to do? Well, these ingredients are going to help. You can make this at home very easy. It takes 2 minutes, and then you can take it with you when you're out and about doing whatever you need to do before you come back home, and you should be home most of the day. So my apologies, this is a live video, so no time for editing. So I'm just gonna use my hand to tilt the phone down so that you can see my little recipe here. So the first and most important ingredient here is alcohol. We're talking about isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol. This one is 91%. There's some that you find in the market that are as high as 99%. Anything below 90% is not going to be helpful because at the end of the day, your end result, your end product needs to be at least 80% alcohol for it to work. So this is the one that I have at home, so that's the one that I'm gonna use. And all you need for this is 4 ounces. So I'm just gonna open this, and super important, all of these materials have been cleaned and disinfected with very hot water or in the dishwasher. If you don't have a dishwasher, make sure that you wash it with your hands with water as hot as you can handle it and let it dry naturally. So 4 ounces of the alcohol. Okay, we're just gonna pour it right here. Our second ingredient is hydrogen peroxide, and we're gonna use, again, almost everybody has hydrogen peroxide in their first aid kit or at the pharmacy, and I'm gonna use only about half a teaspoon of this. My third ingredient is a little tricky. This is glycerol or glycerin, and we use this in the herbal world a lot to do medicine with it, but it's relatively easy to find in markets, at health food stores, or online if you don't happen to have it at home. It goes by glycerol or glycerin. Glycerol is actually the purer form of glycerin. But you can use either one of them. And in this particular case, I'm just gonna use half a teaspoon as well. All right, that sounds about right. And then my final ingredient is water. And I'm gonna use about 2 tablespoons of water. There's about 2 tablespoons here, but I'm a little concerned about using more water because my alcohol is not 99% alcohol. So do you see how it's very fluid? It's very liquid. It's not a gel. In order for it to be a gel, you have to use other ingredients that might be a little harder for you to find. So don't worry about it. You got products like Dr. Bronner, which is a very like a product that is very, very safe, and we recommend it, and it's it's been in the market for many years, and if you see, it's actually very liquidy. So it doesn't need to be gel. If you want it to be more gel, you can actually use things like aloe vera, but it will make your hands very sticky. So be careful with that. And then finally, but no less importantly, essential oils. I'm using tea tree oil and lavender. Why? Because both of them are very antiseptic. They're just gonna put about 4 drops of each of them, 4 to 5 drops of each of them. Tea tree oil is antiviral, antibacterial, antiseptic. It helps with the respiratory system. Same thing with lavender. It's very calming, it's very antiseptic. And that is it, guys. I'm just gonna tilt this back up so you can see my face. And that is it. You see the end result is this liquid. You just let it mix a little bit, and then you simply, after that, all you're doing is you are taking a little bottle and your little funnel. Again, making sure, I forgot to mention that the water needs to be filtered water. I boiled it and then I let it cool off. Super important. I'm so sorry that I didn't mention this earlier. So you just take your funnel that has been cleaned and you just simply pour your formula here. If you don't have a little bottle with a spray, just use a little tincture bottle, or use a little, an old, hand cream bottle or facial soap bottle. Empty that out, clean it, dry it, and then use it. So you don't have to rush, or you don't have to be concerned about not having an empty bottle. You can use any bottle at home. Remember, this is actually liquid in its nature, so you can actually just pour a few drops in your hands, rub it just like any other hand sanitizer. At the end of the day, this is over 80% alcohol. And the tea tree oil and the lavender are going to add to the antiseptic, antibacterial, antiviral properties of this particular fluid. Same thing with the glycerol, and the hydrogen peroxide is also very, very cleansing and kills bacteria as well. So that's my video for today. I hope this is actually very helpful for you. I will be coming here every Tuesday and Thursday to offer more alternative remedies to help you kind of like have a 1-2 punch, an extra level of protection as we all come together to fight this crazy thing. So please stay safe. Thank you so much for listening, and make sure that you subscribe for more tips, and so that you can get the notifications that you get to see this as well. And of course, make sure that you share this video with all of your friends all over the internet. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.